Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is finally here, and with that being said, I need to give you guys the best controller, graphics, and audio settings for the entire game. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I've been getting over 300 plus FPS on every map. Make sure you guys copy these settings. For display settings, you're going to want to make sure you're on full screen exclusive. That will help you get the best FPS. Make sure you're not on borderless. That will lower your FPS by a lot. NVIDIA reflex low latency, have it set to on. The echo mode set to efficiency, and then your custom frame rate limit, make sure you have it set to unlimited. And that is it for display settings. For quality, make sure you come over here, set this to custom. Come down, render resolution, put it to 100. Make sure you put upscaling and sharpening to fidelity cast and set it to 95. For the NVIDIA DLSS, have that set to off. AMD and ray tracing off. VRM scale target, have it set to 70. Variable rate shading, have it set to on. Texture resolution, low. I'm not even going to read these names to speed it up for you guys. Depth of field off. Detail quality low. Particle low. Bullet impacts off. Persistent effects off. Shader quality low. Have this on-demand texture streaming set to optimize. Then I have my stuff allocated texture cache to 32. For the local texture streaming quality, I have it set to default. In-game video quality set to low. Shadow quality very low. Screen space shadows off. Occlusion and screen space lighting off. Screen space reflections off. Static reflection quality low. Terrain quality and volumetric quality very low and low. Deferred physics quality off. Weather grid off. Water quality is set to off. Then for view, you're going to want to come over here, change your FOV to 100. ADS field of view set to affected. Weapon field of view set to default. You can set this weapon field of view to default or wide. It really is personal preference. It's really personal preference. I've had it on default all day. I'll be honest, I didn't even notice, but I really do play with it on wide. Vehicle field of view, set it to wide. Your world motion blur and weapon motion blur, set it to off. First person and third person quality set to least. Then the third person ADS here and inverted flashbang, I have it set to off. For the controller settings, you're going to want to go over here and come to the aiming input device. Make sure you set it to controller. They nerfed aim assist. It's still OP. I have it set to controller. I play on tactical flipped. This is all personal preference. For horizontal and vertical sensitivity, I've been playing on 1.6. This is what I've been found to be the most consistent sensitivity. You can up it a little bit if you want or lower it a little bit. But they did nerf aim assist in this game. So in my opinion, it's better to play on a little bit lower sensitivity because at those medium to longer range gunfights, you don't get rotational aim assist like you had previously. You get a little bit, but it's not as sticky, I guess, as you'd say in other Call of Duties. So you're not going to want to play on a super fast sensitivity because you will lose that rotational aim assist. And then I have all these set to off. Again, this is personal preference settings. I play on bumpers. Then for the controller vibration, again, personal preference, but I have it set to off. Then the dead zone inputs, make sure you guys change these every year. They constantly change and you need to change them again. Change your left stick to 1, your max left to 75. Your right stick minimum, have it on 2 or 3, nothing crazier, nothing higher, nothing lower. Your right stick max, set it on 99. Then your left and right trigger, put those at 0. It's just the sensitivity of your triggers to where you can shoot and react faster. For the aiming settings, you can mess with the sensitivity multiplier if you want. I personally don't. I leave it all on 1.0. For the aiming advanced settings, click this. Go to ADS sensitivity transition timing. Put that to instant. It's set on gradual. Make sure you change it to instant. That's what it is on every other Call of Duty. Then for the aim response curve type, put it on dynamic like other Call of Duties. Click show more. Make sure that's set to 1.0. Once you get down here, make sure target aim assist is on. Then go over to movement. Again, this is kind of personal preference, but if you don't want to break your left stick, which I don't when I'm playing pubs and leveling up, make sure you set this to tactical sprint assist. Click show more and make sure your sprint assist delay is on 0. That is very important. Mantle assist I have set to off. Crouch assist off. Counter slice off. Then slide dive behavior. This is again personal preference, but make sure you either have it on tap to slide or hybrid. That will make it to where there is 0 delay when you're sliding or slide canceling around. Makes it feel a lot more fluid and just overall better, smoother experience. Then basically everything else on movement is set to default from there. Then for the combat, this is all for Warzone, so you don't really need to touch any of that. We went through graphics, we went through controller. Now let's go ahead and go down to audio. Once you get to audio, let's make sure you have your master gain volume set to 100. Turn that gameplay music all the way down. It just cluttered audio for no reason whatsoever. Come down here to the actual audio mix. I've been playing on Treyarch mix. You can play with Sucker Punch. It makes it a little bit louder, but it also makes all the noises a little bit louder. I think Treyarch mix has been a good balance for audio for me, for hearing footsteps, hearing other people, and everything in game. It's just been a good balance. Then make sure you guys have the reduced tinnitus sound. Make sure you have that set to on. Basically, from concussions and flash grenades, it will make it more like of a murky sound, a more like quiet noise instead of that loud bang. That's going to make that just a less important noise that you don't need to hear, that kind of clutters all of the audio. And this is a huge setting that you're going to want to throw on to kind of help the smoothness and just overall hearing and volume experience while playing. And then the last thing you want to do is come over here to interface. Once you get to interface, come down to the telemetry, and depending on if this is if you're playing on console or whatever you're playing on PC, this is really a PC only setting. Make sure you have your FPS and server latency and packet loss on, just so you can kind of know what you're working with and what you're kind of getting while playing the game. And then come down here to the color customization. This is very important if you want to have a very vibrant looking, pretty looking game. Come down here, change this color filter to filter 2. Put your color filter target onto both, then put the world color and an interface color intensity, put those both on 100. Just makes everything look, like I said, a lot more vibrant. Differentiates just the colors in the game. It makes it a lot just overall better experience while playing. So definitely change that. Then come over to gameplay HUD and come down to HUD bounds. This is something that I've changed always, but when you're playing multiplayer, you want to be able to see your minimap and see the kill feed, see everything. So I squish this in. When it's default, it's actually spread all the way out here like this. You're going to want to shrink that in all the way. Like I said, it's just overall easier to see everything in the game, and makes the whole entire experience just a lot easier to kind of look around and be able to see what's going on. Then you can kind of get fancy with your crosshair dot and lines if you guys want to, and the opacity, the color, etc., etc. That's all personal preference, and just something that you can change if you want to do so on your own time. But like I said, I've been getting over 300 plus FPS, up to 350, maybe 400 on some of the maps. So if you guys want to have the best settings, make sure you guys copy this video, share with a teammate, and make sure to subscribe for more Call of Duty Black Ops 7 action. I hope this tips and tricks video helps, and you guys have some good settings and we'll be able to play the game and enjoy it. So if you guys did, like I said, subscribe and comment down below what other types of videos you guys would like to see. And until the next one, I'll catch y'all later. Peace out, guys.